Hi, I'm Ben.
Hi, I'm Claire.
And we are Hi Jinx.
Jinx.
And this is a bit of a spontaneous video. I've just been around Claire's newly erected gin cabinet.
Yeah.
And I've tried basically everything.
Yeah, so I've just been introducing Ben to some of my New Zealand acquisitions.
They were very interesting.
Yes, and there will be plenty of videos and chat about those in due course.
Yeah.
Potentially a lengthy video where we try all of New Zealand gins in one sitting. But we literally had to stop and make a video because Ben got very excited about the prospect of mixing a New Zealand gin and a gin that we've talked about before, which is already on my shelf.
We should swap these around, and I'll tell you why. Because this is like our heritage.
Oh yeah, it is.
This is where I grew up. This is Cambridge Gin. Town in the UK, which is famous pretty much just for having a university. You know, it's got King's College on the little logo on the back. That's what it's famous for.
And this is White Sheep, which actually is from Whangamata, where I'm not from, but I am from Auckland, I am from New Zealand, and I don't know, am I a bit of a white sheep?
I don't know, but you are a New Zealander.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. No, I'm not really a sheep, am I? Because I don't really conform to the standards of normal people, but...
Except that you have got on the gin bus, which is like the biggest craze in the years.
Yeah, but I blame you for that.
So you followed me, so you sheeped me.
Oh no, I'm a sheep!
No, bow. Anyway, so I tried these. Talk about this and tell me all about this, and it will become obvious.
So I tried White Sheep at this wonderful new gin bar in Auckland called the Churchill. If anybody is in New Zealand, get to the Churchill. It's awesome. They've got 170 gins. They've not been open very long. It's rooftop. It has a view. The staff are really knowledgeable. I had an amazing time there.
Sounds dreadful.
You know,
how did you manage?
I mean, you know, it was very, very difficult.
Summed it.
If I had like a job that was better than an opera singer, I would have gone there every day I was home. But you know,
what you mean is pays you more than an opera singer.
Yeah. I mean,
because it's the best job in the world. It's the best job in the world.
It's an amazing job, but like we definitely
the pay is modest.
Yes. The pay is not enough to, you know, drink fancy gin all the time. Although we do.
And yet, here we are.
Oh, so many regrets of my life choices. But oh no, not really though. I'm lying. So White Sheep is made with fermented sheep's milk and honey. So it is delicious. When I saw this on the menu at the Churchill, initially I was a bit skeptical. I imagined it was going to be really sweet. I ordered it because I was curious, and you know, the staff made me feel brave about ordering it. They actually served it to me with a little bit of lemon and lavender, which was lovely. But what I loved about it was that the smell is very sweet, and it's got like one of my friends described it as white chocolate. It's got that sort of vibe to it.
It's a creamy, milky element.
Yes.
Yeah, you get that
very
clearly.
But it's not overtly sweet when you actually take a sip. So I was really impressed about that. I absolutely loved it, and I loved it so much that I couldn't make it to the distillery because I didn't go anywhere near Whangamata while I was home, but I ordered some on the internet and brought it back to the UK.
Sorry, can I just say I've seen one thing on this bottle.
Uh-oh.
This is a 500ml, 50 cl bottle, so half a litre.
Yes.
And it says here that apparently this makes approximately 17 standard drinks. Who are they kidding? 17 standard drinks? So that's what, 30 millilitres in a thing. When have we ever had a drink that was only 30 millilitres of gin in it? When was the last time we did that?
I mean, I do sometimes because I measure them out carefully, but not you.
What? Never have in my presence.
Uh-oh. I think the friendship may be in an end.
I think they're lying. Sorry, carry on.
I think you need to invest in a spirit measure.
I think I probably need to invest in some,
If it was you, this would be like maybe maximum 4 gin and tonics.
We joke that a bottle of gin at mine is like 5 G&Ts basically. It's 4 G&Ts with a little top up for everybody.
Yeah.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
Once you've gone through enough tonic water.
And that's what results in sleeping and missing dinner and that sort of thing.
Which is good, you know. When you're having dinner at mine, it's probably best missed.
No, not at all. He's a great cook. Anyway, we harp about things. The other thing I love about this, I just have to say, is look, not only is it White Sheep,
it's knitted.
But yes, exactly. The label looks like wool, so I think it is freaking adorable. There's even a little sheep on the back there.
Can I ask? Did you buy it on the internet to be delivered to New Zealand, or can we get it here in the UK?
I bought it to be delivered in New Zealand. So I'm not actually sure of the export status of this company, but I'm going to assume that
because I want
perhaps
some.
Yeah.
So maybe even if I have to get like,
we'll make some inquiries.
yeah, we have to get people to get it over.
We'll make some inquiries, or we'll convince some Kiwis to do some smuggling for us.
Either that, or perhaps
So,
you guys can tell us. You know, great.
Yeah.
Shall we
Well
do
said.
some triage?
Yes. So, you want to try this before we mix it?
Yeah, before we get into my
Fair.
exciting cocktail mixing realm.
So you've got a little splish splash there.
Yeah, sweet on the nose, but then really balanced on the palate.
Oh god, that's delicious.
It is. It's a really desserty, milky.
Because the sweetness remains in the nose, and then the actual substance of it is dry. So
Yeah.
it's like,
What it is if you want an ice cream, but you want to stop yourself from sobering up, what you do
yeah,
is you have one of these. Like if you're in danger of sobering up at any
Yeah.
point in your life, just
Yeah.
have this instead of an ice cream.
yeah.
And then you'll be right back to where you need to be.
It's literally, it's like, you know, when you get to the end of dinner, and it would replace for me, you know, having a liqueur or something after dinner. It's like, I want some dessert, but I also want to get drunk.
I want dessert, I also want to get drunk. I love that. I love that. The honesty is marvellous. So, I tried this, and then I was like, oh my gosh, the sweetness, the sort of honeyed element, the milky element, how would that go with truffle?
Which, as we know, is a favourite of mine because I did describe it as the ultimate Claire Filer mouthful when mixed with honey, vodka,
Hashtag
and
ultimate Claire Filer mouthful.
blue cheese. Yeah, exactly. So, perhaps this is going to be the ultimate Ben Thapper mouthful.
I forgot how good this is. This was a Thapper throwdown the first time I tried
Oh, that is so good. I mean, truffle is one of my favourite
it. Yeah,
things.
don't spill it.
I'm being really careful. I'm going to let you do your own.
Really? You sure about that?
Yeah, although I don't know if I should, but just be careful. I absolutely love truffle. I love cooking with it. I
Yeah.
love eating anything with truffle in it. And one of the classic combinations for me has always been truffle and honey. So the first time I had truffle was at a restaurant called Prego in Auckland, where my wonderful friend Cam works. And he was working there at the time. And I went in and I had a cheese platter, which was blue cheese with fresh honeycomb and truffle oil. And that combination to me became an absolute classic, and it's decadent and it's rich and it's delicious and it's multi-layered. So that's what was really exciting about the cocktail that we created with the truffle. So I'm imagining
That this is not going to be rubbish.
this is not going to be... Oh god, it smells good. Okay.
I mean, it's horrible, obviously. I feel really good about myself right now. I feel really good about my life. This is what it needs. This is what my life needs.
The only thing I need now is a hunk of blue cheese.
A massive hunk of blue cheese. Well, I'm pretty cheesy, and I'm wearing a blue top, but I don't think I'm going to get the job done, am I?
You don't have enough mould.
I'm working on it. Come back in a couple of days and I'll still be sat here. This is amazing. Honey and truffle, like milk
Great
elements
combination.
binding everything together. And I'm not even gonna like entertain the idea of mixing this with anything. I don't need a garnish.
No, absolutely not.
I could.
It's a sipper.
You could potentially have it with a cube of ice, but you
Yeah.
know that's a thing of.
Or I would say perhaps, like when we made up the last one, we shook it with ice and then poured it into the glass so it was slightly chilled.
Yes.
Perhaps that's the way to go, because you wouldn't want to put in too much ice because that would dilute it. So
Exactly.
perhaps it's done like martini style in a shaker with ice and then in the glass.
Well, it's a faux martini, isn't it? We've done posts before about fake martinis, and it's basically a martini-less
we
martini.
love making martinis that are just 2 spirits instead of 1 spirit and vermouth.
Yeah, exactly.
we're alcoholics.
More booze. Just get more booze.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.